Good morning. Welcome to our current affairs sessions. So we'll be having the discussion regularly from now onwards. Let me open the document and let me have a discussion with you. So many issues are there. So we'll discuss one after the other. The first one is related to the issue that is related to the juveniles. So with respect to juveniles, so these are the people who are below the age of 18 years. And if they commit any heinous crimes, then what should be the sort of punishment that should be given to them? Nowadays, the children between the age of 16 and 18, I'll show you the data that is given by National Crimes Record Bureau. So the number of crimes are increasing in this particular age group, and these are the people who are committing certain crimes. All these days, if it is a normal crime or any heinous crime, they can be sent to reformation center and some nominal punishment would have been given to them. But now there is a serious talk because the children who are in this age group, they are committing very heinous crimes like murder and rapes. So what should be done to them? That is the basic idea. That is the reason why the government of India has decided to change the levels of punishment to the people who are between the age group of 16 and 18. So accordingly, if it is implemented properly, then there is a fear that they will not be escaping any such types of punishments. So there will be a fear that they should not commit such type of crimes. Regarding that, I have some information. I'll show that information to you. Kindly have a look at this. This is related to the children between the age group of 16 and 18 to be treated as adults if accused of rape or murder. But there is no death sentence or life imprisonment will be given, but it should be taken very seriously by the society and also by the government. And if you look at this bill, the bill was cleared by the Lok Sabha on May 8th, 2015. So look at this data, what I would like to show you. It is the data given by National Crime Records Bureau of 2013. 28,000 juvenile offenders are there. And out of that, 3,887, they are accused of heinous crimes. Supreme Court also opined. It expressed its opinion that there is a necessity for a fresh look at the existing law. All these days, the people who are between this age group have been exempted from the serious punishments. So now they will be coming under this one. Of course, it's a long pending demand by the civil society. And this is one of the mechanisms to control the people who belong to this particular group. So, and the next one is this, that is related to the United Kingdom polls. United Kingdom, as you know, this is one of the very important groups that is present in the world, and entire world is looking towards the election results of the general election. The lower house that consists of 650 seats, and the Conservative Party, of course, now it is there as a coalition government. This time it got a really comfortable majority, and it has damaged all the speculations that there is going to be another coalition government. But it was a very clear-cut majority to the Conservative Party, and again David Cameron, so he will become the Prime Minister of this England. I'll show you this document once again. Yeah, the total strength of the lower house is 650 from England. I think I was told you in the previous class sometime back that the United Kingdom stands for all these four: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. All the four put together is called United Kingdom. And out of this, England has 533 seats, Scotland 59, Wales 40, Northern Ireland 18. And the Conservative Party, it got the clear-cut majority and it forms the government. So look at this. I have a question for you. So maybe a probable question. Look at this one. Which of the following countries unmanned spaceship that was set for International Space Station will fall back to Earth on May 9th, 2015 after it suffered a communication failure? So now the question is related to which country does it belong to? Answer is Russia. United States of America, European Space Agency, or France, or Russia? Answer is Russia. There was a speculation that it is going to hit the Earth, so there may be some damage to the Earth. So, but everything went on very smoothly. Look at this. I have one more question for you. Just a moment. I'll show it to you. Now, look at this. Which of the following countries is celebrating its 70th Victory Day Parade on May 9th, 2015? So, yesterday itself it happened. The day has been celebrated already. It is very much there in the news. USA, Japan, China, and Russia. Answer is D, that is Russia. And of course, some of the countries have boycotted this Victory Day Parade because of Russia's unnecessary interference into this Ukraine affairs. But with respect to India, the President of India attended the ceremony and he took part in the ceremony. Of course, the Chinese president was also there. And for this question, the answer is that is D. President of India attended the ceremony. Kindly remember this one. Either the question may be related to which country's Victory Day parade is this? You know the answer, that is Russia. Or there may be a question from India, who attended this ceremony? Answer is the President of India, Pranab Mukherjee, has attended the ceremony. So look at this, another one, there is a landmark amendment. In previous classes, I was talking to you very clearly regarding the amendment procedure of the Indian Constitution. Under Article number 368, there is a procedure. So now I am talking to you regarding the land boundary agreement between India and Bangladesh. And with respect to the fundamentals, whatever you call Bangladesh today, it's nothing but East Pakistan. It got liberated in the year 1971. And in the year 1974, there was an agreement between the Prime Minister of India, Srimati Indira Gandhi, and the President of Bangladesh, Mujibur Rahman. The agreement is related to the swapping some territories between India and Bangladesh. Strategically, they are important for both the nations. And in order to give that effect, 119th Constitution Amendment Bill has been introduced in the Parliament. And of course, the Parliament has cleared this bill. And at least half the state legislatures must accept this. That is going to happen anyways. There is no opposition from any states. All the states, including Assam, West Bengal, everybody has expressed their interest as far as passing this bill is concerned. There is no problem. And once it is accepted by not less than half of the state legislatures, it will be signed by the President of India, and then it will become 100th constitutional amendment. So meaning so far in India, so including this one, it will be the 100th constitution amendment. So many times the constitution has been amended in the independent India. Kindly remember, since it is a landmark one, it's a historical one, there is a probability of getting a question from this area. And apart from this, there may also be another possibility. They may ask you, in which year the constitution was amended for the first time? Answer is 1951. Kindly remember, in 1951, for the first time, the constitution was amended. And whatever I'm talking to you now, that is related to the swapping the territories between India and Bangladesh. It will be the 100th Amendment Act. Kindly remember this. I'll open the document. I'll show it to you. This is the 119th Constitution Amendment Bill. Kindly remember very clearly. This is the 119th Constitution Amendment Bill, meaning so many times the bills are introduced. Just because a bill is introduced, it does not mean that it is passed. Including this one, including this one, once it is accepted by not less than half of the state legislatures and signed by the President of India, it will become 100th Amendment Act. Look at this. This is the 119th Constitution Amendment Bill. It is already passed by both the houses of the Parliament, both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and once accepted by at least half the state legislatures and assented by the President of India, it becomes 100th Amendment Act. So this is related to the land boundary agreement. And this is for swapping the territories between India and Bangladesh. It's a very, 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 very historical one. Kindly remember this. So this pact was signed by Srimati Indira Gandhi and Sheikh Mujibur Rahman long back in the year 1974. It's a very, very long pending one. Look at this, another possible question. During whose prime ministership the highest number of constitutional amendments took place? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can guess it very easily. Jawaharlal Nehru, Srimati Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Answer should be Srimati Indira Gandhi. It happened between 1971 and 1977. Look at this. Between 1971 and 1977, 19 constitutional amendments took place. And later, between 1999 and 2004, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister of India, 14 amendments took place. So kindly remember both of these. Most probably the first one will be the question. So with respect to Election Commission, the responsibility of the Election Commission is to conduct the elections. And this Election Commission will conduct elections for President of India, Vice President of India. Remember clearly, President of India, Vice President of India, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislative assemblies, and state legislative councils. So these are the 6 elections that are conducted by the Election Commission. And with respect to the local body elections, maybe Panchayati Raj and maybe municipalities, they are conducted by State Election Commission. Okay, so now I have some information. So with relation to the Central Election Commission, Mr. Achal Kumar Jyoti has been appointed as the election commissioner. And very recently, on April 19th, 2015, Nazim Ahmed Zaidi has been appointed as the Chief Election Commissioner. So now you know that there is a Chief Election Commissioner, is Mr. Nazim Ahmed Zaidi. And now whatever the name you are looking on the screen, he was the former Chief Secretary of Gujarat and he has been appointed as the Election Commissioner and he has a term of 3 years. Kindly remember, Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners, everybody is appointed by the President of India. Look at this. So this is something to related to this is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, so always there is a talk with respect to the violation of the human rights. So even at the time of presence of the LTTE, I am talking to you regarding the northern part of Sri Lanka, that is the Jaffna region. In this Jaffna region, most of the people who are living are the people of Tamil origin, and indiscriminately lakhs of people who are living in this area, they have been killed on the name of the terrorism. That's the reason why throughout the world there is a talk that it's a complete violation of the human rights in Sri Lanka. For a quite long period of time, there is a demand that there should be a panel to look into this and action should be taken against the concerned peoples. And very recently, the Sri Lankan government has decided to establish a panel to look into all these war crimes. So regarding that, I have some information. I'll show it to you. Look at this. After the pressure from the international community, the Sri Lankan government has decided to set up a panel to look into war crimes. So it is going to be set up before 30th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council, that is scheduled in September 2015. So obviously in the coming 2 to 3 months, it is going to be established and the Sri Lanka government can save its face. Look at this. I have some information related to this RBI. RBI already we have seen. This is the apex bank in the country. It is not just controlling the various banks that are present in India. It is not just issuing the currency, exchanging the currency, but RBI will also take care of the interest of the customers too. And with respect to the debit cards and credit cards, RBI has issued a fresh notice to all the commercial banks. So what is that? I'll show you. Look at this. The Apex Bank asked all the commercial banks in the country to issue EMV chip and PIN cards from September 1st, 2015. Date is important for the examination point of view. But why? Look at this. So this is aimed at protecting customers from frauds. Of course, some banks are already using it and other banks will be switching over to EMV chip and PIN cards. That is going to happen before September 1st. It's a good thing. Look at this. So there is a huge crisis with respect to oil in India. And already we have seen certain things that India is importing huge amounts of oil. Sometimes what may happen, because of the changes that are happening in the international level, maybe because of the war between any two countries like Saudi Arabia and Yemen, or sometimes it may happen in Iran, Iraq, or any other country. So definitely it is affecting the supply of oil to India. Obviously, so that will lead to the shortage and the people in the country will suffer. So now there is a new mechanism to have the reservoir of the oils. For that reason, special vessels have been constructed regarding that. So meaning is simple. So the oil will be stored and that can be used in the cases of emergency situations, only to see that there is no shortage of the oils. I'll show you that. This is India's first rock cavern. So these are built by Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserves Limited. It's a special purpose vehicle owned by Oil Industry Development Board. In total, 3 caverns, good, 3 are coming up. And they have a total capacity to store 5.03 million tons as a cushion in the event of external supply disruptions as part of energy security. Kindly remember this one. So who built this is important and how many are coming up. These are the points for today. And so from now onwards, we'll be meeting regularly and I'll inform you the time through our social media. And I wish you all the very, very best. Prepare well and keep mailing me if you have any these doubts regarding any area. So the better way of communication with me is the mail. And in the site itself, you have my mail ID. You can mail it to me. And today by evening, I'll give the information regarding the new batch that we are going to start for IAS. And this batch will be for those people who will be writing the examination next year, that is 2016. So kindly, I'll give you the information by today evening, and interested students, you are requested to join at the earliest. So to avoid the this last moment rush. But the batch is going to be started from July 1st, 2015, and it continues up to December 2015. And remaining all the information I'll give you later. But get ready, be prepared for this. Thank you so much. Have a very, very wonderful day. Thank you.